And this is Cincinnati Edition on 91.7 WVXU. I'm Michael Monks. Back in June, Cincinnati Public Schools launched a new program to accelerate learning beyond the school year. The Summer Scholars Program is not the summer school of years past. It provides education for preschool through 12th grade and offers a curriculum with social learning and enrichment. That's according to the district. Every CPS building offered its own version of the program this summer, with some activities including gardening, chess, karate. Joining Cincinnati Edition to talk about it, Cincinnati Public Schools Office of Curriculum and Instruction Curriculum Manager for Mathematics, Dr. Dawn Williams. Dr. Williams, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Not the summer school of old. What does that mean?
Absolutely. Our Summer Scholars Program was built around the needs of our families and our school community. Our parents and our families, they said they wanted an opportunity for their students to have additional time and space to learn deeply based on the year that we've had. They also wanted an opportunity for their students to build those relationships that they couldn't build because of those social distancing rules that we had to follow. So based on what they wanted, that's what we provided in Cincinnati Public Schools for our Summer Scholars Program.
So the Summer Scholars Program is not necessarily for kids who had fallen behind or were maybe being punished in a way and having to make up some courses. That's what I remember summer school being. It was something you definitely did not want to be a part of.
Yes, as you said, this is not the summer school of old. This was an opportunity for every student, pre-K through 12 and CPS, to accelerate their learning during the summer and also build those relationships that they wanted all through the school year.
We'll talk about how those relationships were built, because it was, a particularly difficult period for young people who are so reliant on the types of social interactions that you get from school, but did not get them due to virtual learning or social distancing requirements. What happened back in June when kids were able, I guess, to get together in person?
They were excited, as well as their teachers. One of the things we really recognized was that our students were missing that social emotional learning component. So as we built the curriculum for Summer Scholars, we made sure to embed that throughout the entire day. Our day was broken up. In the morning was academics, and in the afternoon was enrichment. And both of those components included social emotional learning. For example, when our students reached the building every day, at the beginning of the day, they had mindfulness moments where they will build a community of excellence and an opportunity for students to share and talk and build relationships with their peers as well as their teachers. And then they had movement breaks throughout the day and a whole bunch of opportunities to learn together, have thought partners, and really have a special experience in Summer Scholars.
How do you measure success in a program like this?
I think we talk about the accelerated learning of the entire child. So you have to, our academic programs, the students have pre-assessments based on critical areas of work for each grade level. From a social emotional piece, were students thriving in the classroom? Were they building relationships? Were they smiling? Were they interacting with each other? So when we talk about measures of success, it's not just academics, but it's that social piece as well as academics.
And each of the schools were offering a program, their own version of this?
Yes, sir. Every pre-K 12 grade school in Cincinnati Public Schools offered the program.
So who was charged with creating the programming?
It was a collective effort between every building, teachers and principals in every building, district support. When you talk about it takes a village, it really took a village. So it was everybody that touches students and supports students in Cincinnati Public Schools.
And you have talked about accelerating learning. Could you translate that for us, those of us who might not be in the educational field?
Yes, sir. So we want to accelerate the learning of every student and every seat in CPS. What that means is that, first of all, we want to welcome every student's gifts and talents in the classroom. Every student brings unique gifts and talents that we have to provide opportunities for them to share with others. So when you walk in the door in the fall and you're in the fourth grade, you're going to have access to fourth grade level work. We recognize that there is unfinished learning from the previous years. We will make sure that we will embed those prerequisite skills that are necessary for you to access on grade level work. And we will provide all the necessary support, care, love, and attention that you need so that every student in CPS can thrive this school year.
Now, can you share with us a little bit of the challenges that students faced during the school year? I mean, did the district examine any data that said, yes, a certain percentage of our students are falling behind and we need to get on top of this?
So I would not frame it as falling behind. I would reframe that as every student, as well as adult, has unfinished learning. That means there's learning that needs to be finished. And so we recognize that. And even before the pandemic, we recognize that students have unfinished learning. So we have set up supports, strategies, building relationships with our culturally responsive teachers, to ensure that, first of all, we welcome every student and every seat into our classrooms, and we provide those individual needs so that every student has an opportunity to accelerate their learning.
We are talking with the Cincinnati Public Schools Office of Curriculum and Instruction Curriculum Manager for Mathematics, Dr. Dawn Williams. Dr. Williams, so this was a new program that rolled out in every building for this summer.
Yes.
Do you see this being a program that continues into future academic years?
Yes, sir. We've already started planning for the upcoming summer.
You mean the summer of 2022?
Yes.
Okay, so what did you learn from the first go-around that might be useful next summer?
One of the things I'm so proud to be part of the CPS family is that one of the things that we always do, we jot down those learnings from the first day of the program to the last day of the program. And really, we just want to enhance what we've done. This has been an amazing program. We want to make sure that we continue to give each and every student what they need. And with this year, as we begin to plan, we want to make sure that we add other people for feedback and really make sure that we are purposefully, with intention, giving each student what they need as individuals. So I think just to kind of deepen that part, make sure that we continue to incorporate building relationships. And one of the things, even before next summer, that we are continuing on in the fall is really making sure that we are attending to those social emotional needs of our students and making sure that they have an opportunity to learn in an environment where every student can thrive, and also ensuring that some of the learnings with the blended learning, that we make sure that we have all of those things available for our students as they return in the fall.
You talked about how the creation of this program was a collaboration between the school district and also the parents of students who were looking for something additional for their kids. Was there anything unique about that collaboration? Obviously, you want parents involved in their education, and parents will certainly share feedback to schools in a variety of ways. But was there something unique about the creation of this program together that you could share with us?
I think we were all on the same page. We all wanted what was best for our students. And with the pandemic, we all kind of experienced that together. Our students were at school some of the time, they were at home. So we all kind of understood the learning experience of our students. So we were able to come together, identify what they needed, and begin to build the program.
This does go from preschool all the way up through 12th grade. When we think of preschool students, I spent a couple years working in Cincinnati Public Schools preschool program. They're adorable kids and they are very hungry to learn. Can you share with us the intentions behind having the youngest of your students, involved in a program like this and how you were able to extend their learning into the summer?
Absolutely. So when we say all students, we mean all students. So all students means pre-K through 12th grade. They had an amazing time. One of our preschool programs, they had firefighter Brian come in and talk about fire safety. They were riding tricycles. We wanted to make sure every student in CPS had a great experience this summer. So that absolutely included our preschoolers.
Can you share with us any examples of maybe a child that you got some feedback on from a parent or from the child themselves that showed that this was a success?
We had one of our parents reached out and said that at first their students didn't want to come to summer school because they were reflecting on those experiences of old, or the conversations they had with family about that old school, summer school that you talked about. So the parent was kind of reluctant to say, okay, I want you to go at least try it out. And so the parent reached out and said, my son had an amazing experience. Thank you for providing them some additional time and space to learn in a fun environment. We've had a teacher who signed up for 1 week in one of our high schools, and she reached out and said, if I knew it was going to be this much fun, I would have signed up for the entire month. So we've had some great experience, a lot of positive feedback, and we are so motivated as we plan for the upcoming summer.
As you plan for the upcoming summer, the upcoming school year is not that far away. And unfortunately, we're back in this very strange, precarious situation with COVID-19. I'm wondering if you can just share with us a little bit about planning for the upcoming year, planning for next summer, with all this uncertainty sort of back in our lives after we thought maybe we were on the other side of it.
So Cincinnati Public Schools, we've dealt with the uncertainty. We had a lot of learning. We are ready, excited to support our students, irregardless of the learning environment. They're going to get the love and attention they need. They're going to get the academic and social emotional supports they need. So we're ready. And whatever learning environment that we have to support our students, we will. And we're just ready to go and excited for the return to school.
I understand that some of the programming that was taught to the students over the summer was relatively unique. I think we mentioned karate, chess, and gardening, but you had a woodworking program as well. Some of the students built something.
Yes. So we're high school, their focus is construction. So their enrichment program during summer scholars, they actually built 2 sheds, life-size sheds, and they shared those sheds with Clark Montessori, and they also delivered a shed. And these were like 10 feet high, gigantic sheds into Sailor Park. And so what was so exciting about that is they embedded they built the blueprints using their skills and knowledge from mathematics. So it was amazing. They were beautiful.
Dr. Dawn Williams is from Cincinnati Public Schools, Office of Curriculum and Instruction, where she is the curriculum manager for mathematics. Dr. Williams, thank you so much for the time you gave us. Congratulations on what you're calling success for this new program, and good luck with planning for the upcoming school year and next summer. Appreciate the time that you gave us today.
Thank you for having us.
And you've been listening to Cincinnati Edition on 91.7 WVXU. Our producer is Selena Reeder. Our assistant producer is Nick Swartzel. Our technical director is Josh Elstro. Our theme music is composed by Rob Fetters. You can find archives of our program online at WVXU.org. I'm Michael Monks. We'll talk again tomorrow.